What's up, fam? It is Wednesday. Welcome back. Today we have some spicy stuff to look at. I did a little bit of homework for you guys. Don't ever say I don't do anything for you. I love you guys. Bitcoin going to 48K or 32K first. You know my belief. We've been waiting on this channel for 48K since, Q4 of last year. It feels like an eternity. And after our move up to 36, things are looking pretty good, but there is still some fear. Still some doubt, maybe some disbelief. We're going to take a look today, and we're going to attempt to answer the question of which price comes first, and I'm going to try to throw my opinion out. But we're also going to take a look at some interesting stuff. Is it different this time? I have, for years now, said that's really dangerous language. You hear it all the time. It's different this time. This time is different. And it always seems to play out pretty much the exact same way. But there might be some data out there that suggests it is a little different. It is different this time. So sit back, roll them if you got them, grab your brews, smash the like button, subscribe, join the Discord. You know the deal. Shout out to our sponsors, FEMX. Links in the video description below. Great exchange, no KYC. Been using them for years. My buttons aren't working. Rip the buttons. I don't know why they're not working. It's okay. We're just going to keep moving. Is it different this time? So I have a pretty compelling piece of evidence that does suggest it's different. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, after we do this little segment, we'll do a little TA, and then Powell spoke earlier today. We didn't cover it because I had a feeling it was a nothing burger, but we'll play that few minutes of audio. So let's get into it, fam. Let's get into it. This is actually Benjamin Cohen's site, Into the Cryptoverse. Actually, it's a really great site full of data. I don't know if I have a link somewhere for it, but using that today. And what I have in front of us is supply held by exchanges. And of course, there is some that isn't included here, but we see all the major exchanges, how by BitMEX, Bitstamp, Polynex, Kraken, Bittrex, Bitfinex, Gemini, Binance. Actually, doesn't look like Coinbase is on there. That's weird. It's okay, though, because I have proofed this, and in other measurements of this, it is the same pattern. So is it different? What's different? Such a dangerous thing to say, but man, this is different. All these different colors here are the different exchanges, and it doesn't really matter which exchange holds them or not. And let me first go over the importance here. So supply held by exchanges. This isn't a metric that is guaranteed bearish or bullish, but we can say the less supply on exchanges is a bullish argument, or is more bullish. There is no version of it where it's more bearish, really. I'm not going to get into perpetual complexities, but essentially the amount of Bitcoin on exchange is what is available to be sold at any given time. And while we'd never expect all of it to be sold at once or something like that, we can basically say this is akin to selling pressure potential. So when we see supply on exchanges rise, for instance, let's see if I zoom in, nice. In 2020, on the way up, we had broken the all-time high. Literally right here, you can see an increase of supply on exchanges as retail, as institutional, whales, whatever, pushed their Bitcoin to exchanges to eventually sell, or at least with plans to sell. Throughout Bitcoin's entire existence, let's go like this. Let's do it this way. Throughout its entire existence, this metric logically should trend up, and it has. From day zero of Bitcoin, when there was no Bitcoin on exchanges, we saw slow growth as people moved to them and as exchanges opened up. Logical. However, in this moment right now, and what seems to be holding true, roughly since the dip in 21 in the summer in May, when we saw 65K to 30-something, 32K, we have seen actually, for the first time, Bitcoin supply meaningfully trend down. And what's really exciting is that the market has become to get a little bearish, or a little bullish. It has been bearish, getting a little bullish. I know you guys are feeling it. And that supply is still, held rather down here. We even saw in May of this year a flight out. That's quite a bit of Bitcoin. I don't see the total here, but it doesn't matter. From about 25%, yeah, 250,000 Bitcoin left exchange in May of this year. As you can see throughout the bear markets and bull markets before, we have seen the amount drop, and we have seen at the break of the previous all-time high, like back here in 16 and again in 20, Bitcoin return to exchanges. However, we've never really seen what we're seeing right now. For price to be climbing back to the all-time high slowly, and exchange supply dwindling, this does suggest that this time could be different. Now, we're not a hype clickbait channel. I mean, we got some hype, but we're not a clickbait channel. Let me tell you, this is very interesting to me. However, kind of going over what I just said, on the return to 69,000, the Bitcoin supply held on exchanges, we can kind of expect that to jump up. And if that fails to break a higher high, we might infer that this is starting to actually trend down or retrace. And that can set up a bullish environment that Bitcoin's never seen before. And that really may suggest that this time is different. Dope. That went pretty well. That went pretty good. So let's jump into this. What do we think is first? We have a poll going in the chat. 200 votes. It's been weirdly quiet. Maybe we should talk about that first. 200 votes, 58% of us think 48K first, 32K first. I will say, if we look at that as a trade or a risk to reward, 32 is only a 9% move to the downside, where 48 is a 35% move to the upside. That's like a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And so choosing 32 does make sense here. Absolutely. Does make sense. Absolutely. I actually want to see what you guys feel. So we had this hype, right? Back, wow, it feels like a while ago already. End of October, last week of October into November 1st. We had this hype rally, and we saw so many viewers, so many new subscribers, new people entering the space again. And it does seem as if that's kind of fizzled off. Are you guys feeling that? Are you feeling it? Even chatter in the Discord. Well, Discord has definitely been alive. You should definitely join it. Pin to the top of the chat. But everywhere, not just our Discord, across the market, seems like people have already gotten bored. What do you think? What do you think? We can back this up with another little piece of data here. You guys know I don't love this. I like looking at it, but I don't think fear and greed is that meaningful anymore. If we look at fear and greed, just since, let's go from the start of the year, we can see it hovered around 69, 70. 69, nice. 70 before dropping down to 30 on September 11th. We have now seen this move to a higher high of 47, indicating greed. And that caused some alarms here. Zooming in a little bit more, we can see yesterday closed at 66, down considerably. What percent was that? Down about 3%, it looks like, from the day before. And maybe this is a reflection of that. We got a little euphoric, little hype. And I think it's been over a week. How long have we been in this range now? Been in this range 15 days. Yeah, 2 weeks. We have broken the high on November 2nd, but it was not a very big or exciting break. It was only 2% higher. Prices look strong, but I think what we're looking at, and I think logically what we're looking at, anyone could see this. This is, at the moment, a parallel ascending channel. We're not huge fans of this for continuation to the upside. Like all patterns, and we've been learning this lesson thoroughly with this rally, all patterns are just a probability. So when we say we expect this to break to the downside, what we're really saying is, I would say, I'm just making up numbers here, but these are probably close. 75% of the time, we see these break to the downside. However, there still is that 25% where they don't. And typically when that happens, we see price action like this. Trading inside the ascending channel, a break of the top of the channel, and some kind of back test to that high trend before moving higher. This has really constricted volatility. It has not been as spicy, but I'm interested in what you guys are feeling. We're going to do more TA, obviously. We'll look at 2020, same pattern. I look at 2020 all the time. I wouldn't say this is the same pattern. I wouldn't. However, yeah, where would that be even? I'm not sure what you're even pointing to. Like maybe here? This might be a very similar price action here. Wouldn't this be wonderful? That'd be wonderful. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. There we go. This would be wonderful. And there you go. Ascending parallel channel. We expect these typically to break to the downside. So if we were going to say this is going to repeat, which I think it's a bit of a stretch, but it's at least a good example here. What would we be looking for? Well, we'd be looking for our low to hold. Our pre-rally new yearly high, or I guess this wasn't a yearly high. Yeah, yearly high. Broke down, back tested the channel, and dropped to a higher low. That's what we'd be looking for. And if we take this and just slap it on our chart, let's see what that looks like. Just slap it. Just slap it on the chart, man. We've done this before, but heck, what else is there to do right now? Might as well. So this would look something, let's say like this. I did it nice and clean. Something like that. I can take it. Where you want to start this is kind of arbitrary. Maybe like that. I could definitely see that happening, but I mean, yeah, I can definitely see it happening. That'd be great because it'd be a run up. There is something we need to keep in mind that has been bugging me. You guys know I love looking at past data. I love charts. Obviously, I love past data. And trying to extrapolate or at least fit them into the future and see what that looks like. I love doing it, but it really did bite us throughout the entire bull run in 21, the entire bull run. And even, you could argue, into this bear market. I believe the bottom's in. You guys are welcome to your opinion, agree or disagree. But even the bottom didn't fit. Our upside growth was very muted. It was only about a 3x from the previous high, whereas in the previous run, we saw a 1,000 to 20,000 high. That's a 20x. So that didn't really fit. In almost every bear market, well, no, in every bear market except for this one, we have seen an 84% or higher retracement from the high. We only got 75 here. So the upside and the downside didn't fit. So I'm a little skeptical of trying to fit the past, but that's where my brain wants to go. And what I was saying in this long-winded way is, even if we're looking for this, right? And we, you know, into a new all-time high, etc. Even if we're looking for that, we aren't really at the place, aren't really at the time where we would expect that. If we look at the, I guess the time it took from the high to break the next all-time high, whatever. It took 1,100-ish days. It's not exactly 1,100-ish days. If we apply that 1,100-ish days, we're like 6 months to, like, I don't know, maybe a year early. It's something to keep in mind, and it's been bugging me. Like, we had what? Like 360 bars from the top to the bottom, 360 days, about a year. It was about a year to the bottom. But if we look how far we've gone from the bottom, say 300, another year, we would only end up roughly here. Roughly here. Now, price action doesn't look the same already. I like that. But that would maybe imply we have a lot of sideways to go. Something tells me, that's why I started with the Bitcoin on exchanges. Maybe there are factors that are going to change that. We can say logically ETFs, approval. They're inevitable at this point. We all know they're coming. We just don't know when. Maybe balance on exchanges is reflective. Maybe we could even argue, well, since our bull run and bear market weren't really fitting of the previous cycles, maybe the bull run or into the next bull run won't be either. I think that's pretty logical. I don't even know where I was going. You guys got me all distracted. ETF is breaking the cycle. It's possible. Ooh, we did have a $50 super chat. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, brother? Looks like we do have some people still returning and some new faces. Is anyone here on this stream for the first time has never seen this handsome mug with these sunglasses? Can you let me know in chat? And if you're feeling real frisky, how did you find it? Did it show up on your homepage, search, etc.? Shout out to Jimmy, my friend. Are you still in the Discord, brother? That is a great reminder for me, actually. We're starting the Patreon back up this month. We still have a bunch of patrons from before. And on Friday, we'll have our first social night in the Discord where we hang out, drink brews, smoke, whatever, chat crypto with other traders, other people who are giddy and excited. It's a good time. There's more to the Patreon membership, but that's just relevant right now. Patreon.com/TomCrown. First time, call me Joe? Yeah, sure it is, brother. First time bullish? Of course, of course. Of course it is. I'm a vampire? Yeah, I mean, I am actually. I actually am. Third time, YouTube suggested Gerben. My guy, welcome back. Why'd you come back? Just because YouTube suggested it? Positive mind meditation here for the first time. Shout out to you, brother. Are you guys new in crypto or just new to this channel? What's going on? It's helping me gauge what kind of content to make, because we just went through the most brutal, I don't know, like year and a half, 2 years of price action I've ever seen in Bitcoin. So I'm curious, are there new people watching? Or are they just people in crypto who have found us somehow after all this time? We've been live streaming almost 5 years now. We were one of the first, if not the first, crypto-specific live trading TA charts channels on YouTube. It's become kind of a niche now, but I love the new guys. They're great. They're awesome. The 4-year cycle, something I wanted to comment on. So kind of go piggybacking off what I was just saying about the bear market lows, the bull market highs not really fitting in with the cycle pass. So on the last cycle in 21 and 22, we basically started calling it like the cycle where everything broke, or what was it? The cycle of firsts. There we go. And what we saw is almost every single thing that we knew to be true about Bitcoin. And I'm not talking about Bitcoin the network, just price action and cycles. Pretty much everything was thrown out the window in that cycle. Nothing really matched up. And it has long been my opinion that the last remaining, always true thing is this 4-year cycle. I would not be surprised at all to see it break. Not even a little bit. Because it's like the last one of those. Oh yeah, this always happens. Like there's always a dump before the halving. There's always you know, whatever. It's gonna be interesting. I have not been on long. No, have not been longer than 5 years. It'll be 5 years in May. In May of next year. So it's like four and a half skis. I'm getting interested in ZIL, says Soul Miner. FTT drop. What? I'm sure FTT drop, bro. Lakeman's new. What's up, Lakeman? Welcome. Are you new to crypto or just new to the channel? Real Bossman in 22. Hell yeah. You've been in crypto since 2014. I like my approach. Crypto space. Thank you, Gerben. We're not the flashiest clickbaitist. We're trying to do a little clickbait because we want to be more competitive in this next run. But I appreciate that, man. I've found that people who enjoy my content tend to be, I mean, advanced traders, but also people who've been in crypto a long time, because I think I'm one of the few remaining that still kind of preach the things we started with. I don't get super political or polarizing, but my roots are deep. I was taught by very OG people, and that mindset is instilled with me. Bitcoin very much an ideology, not a get-rich-quick scheme, in my view. But it's great to hear that, bro. Thanks for sharing. OG here. What's up, Dr. Crypto? Check Voxies. Voxies. I always wanted to check Voxies. Let me actually see. So, yeah, if you're new, definitely put something in the chat so I can see. But what's up? I see One Up. How you doing, brother? Addicted JR, AG47, Bullish Crypto, Caesar Pina. Cody Code's my favorite DJ. Crypto Sharknado, my man. B-Team Crypto. Crypto Tatted Zach is back again. I see you, bro. Dave Digital. How you doing? Donato Cabrera, Dr. C, Dr. Crypto. Dre 5110, Eric Leon, Fafa Fofi, Foxy Thorny, here we go, Crypto Fever, Grant P, Hendrick, I see Jasper, Jeanette, the beautiful Jeanette, Jimmy, what up, man, again, Johan, J Raffix, just call me Joe, Quicker, Lakeman, Learning, Lefis, Magnus Larson, Malik, Matthew Vaughn, Magyar, Queen, who basically made this thumbnail today. What a queen, give her a shout out. Michael Patterson, Michuana, Mike, MVK, Monica, Pepito, Philly Skills, Positive Mind Meditation, Raju, Real Boss Man, Robert Nitz, Rowbot, Ryan Levant, Save with Crypto, Scotty Too Hottie, Sean Beringer, Ski Sheriff, Solar Miner, Stainless Stevo, Stymie, Sudeep is back again, Sadipto, The Dodge Father, false, I'm the Dodge Father, Trick Shots, Troy Mars, Venom Hex, Voxy, VZ Fat Cat, Web3, Wick, Woody, World of Wonders, and Monkey, and I know I missed some. I know I missed some if you put them all I was reading. Cheers. Cheers to every single one of you. F-Gate. Grant, you can ask anyone who's watched this stream for years. I was ranting about the Ethereum merge for months before and into it and after about how this just feels like sabotage. It was weird. Something about the merge was odd. Good night, Hang. Salute to you. What's up, Crypto Surfer? My May Sikon Harley. Vet. We can look at the vet. What's up, Claudia? Cheers, Troy. Crypto Poppy. Life of a 40-something Kaspa. Oh, you better believe we're looking at Kaspa. Nice thumbnail. That's right, Muggy. What's up, Craig Bowen? How you doing, man? Left Field. Who else did I miss? Like to get all you. Kafa. ILV. I have seen some rumbles of ILV. Maybe we'll look at it. Bullish Bradley, what up? Crypto Tab. You're here, Sean. I see you, brother. I see you. Sud Ipto Kumar Das is new. What up, man? Welcome. You found your home. Definitely join the Discord if you're new. Subscribe. Unfortunately, subscribing and hitting that bell, do it because it helps us on YouTube. But YouTube does not always give out notifications. And so when we do our spicy, in the middle of the night streams, you're not going to get notifications reliably. You got to be in Discord for that. Gotta be. Have I looked at CFX that I have not? Investigate thoroughly. Is there more to the story, Grant? Follow Save with Crypto. Nice channel, building slowly. Okay. I complete your day. You all complete my day. Been watching 1.5, 2 years. Right on, Anon. Right on. We're going to talk about Link. All right. Here's my promises to you. We're going to talk about Link. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to separate my 8 million charts to make this easier. I'm very ADD. So if I don't keep on track, things can get bad. We are going to look at Link. We're going to go over resistances, TP levels, potential pullback targets, supports. We're going to do that with Bitcoin too. Kaspa. What a great name. Kaspa, the friendly ghost. We're going to look at Kaspa. Maybe we'll start some fresh charts on these because I'm kind of sick of seeing my same charts. Mina, Fetch, AVAX. We don't have time for all of them. We don't have time for all of them, fam. I would love to do all of them, but we don't have time for every single one. As much as I would like to, but I run out of energy then, and the content sucks. ILV, all right, ILV is up 7% on the hour, 63% on the week. I think that means we can look at ILV today. Phantom, let's see, Gala is actually right at resistance. Gala, we'll look at Matic. Never got into smooth sailing, ILV. Yeah, Matic over. Matic. What else do you want to look at today? This was such a good call. We'll get into this. For all of these charts, we're going to look at take profit targets, resistances, etc. Don't worry. Link I got pulled up. Vet. I saw someone say Vet, and I know someone said Vet in the last stream, and I didn't get to it. What else? I think I missed a super chat from Monday. Anybody remember what it was? Shout out to Wawa. Wawa. New here. Dave Digital's new. From a bathroom wall. Guys, I don't encourage anything illegal. But if it's not illegal where you live, I do encourage you then to go out to your local Wawas or bathrooms in public areas and watch Tom Crown Crypto, write the YouTube URL. Only if it's not illegal where you live. Or write it in your own bathroom if you want. What about Digibyte? Maybe Sharknado. We got to make the content for the masses. If you want the content that isn't for the masses, then you want to join the Patreon. There you go. Links in the chat. You'll leave another live if I go live. What a chat, man. I love it. You the man, elements of sound. Haas face. What's up, man? Doges. I think Doges has moved too. Let me take a peek. Let me just real quick over here. Look at this. Kind of. Doge definitely looking better. I'm way less bearish on it now. We can go over that. That's good for now. We'll get more, though. We'll get more. TRB. Can you look up top TRB wallets on Etherscan, Pepito? I think, has TRB moved? I haven't gotten my 150 yet. Alert. But yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. It's still going. She's still going. Let's see, what alerts? GBTC, that was yesterday. ATOR. Someone asked about ATOR. I forgot. I think that was a super chat. Ooh, ATOR does look kind of spicy. We got to do Bitcoin and some other stuff first. Yeah, why not just do it yourself? Fair enough. But Pepito, because I love Pepito, he knows that I might do it just for him. ADA's chilling. We'll probably pull that up though. Probably we'll look at XRP and stuff too. Ethereum. See, this is my problem. I just want to please everybody. I want everyone to get the charts they want to look at. And the problem is that then we don't have enough time for everything. Where did that long go on here? There we go. Here's Ethereum. XRP. We'll see. We'll see how many we can get through today. Ankar pumping. Huh. Kaspa is an Arabic word for silver or money. Cool. I did not know that. Link. We got Link pulled up. What's up, Zach? You. First time, Zach. How'd you find us, brother? It's good to have you. Shout out to all the new people watching. Would love if you'd spare us a subscribe. Like Big Mike. Thank you, Big Mike. Ooh, I missed another one. Maybe it'll play, maybe it won't. You never know. Let's get into a little bit of TA. But I want to try to keep practicing. Oh, you know what? Should we watch the Chirpow comment? Because we didn't get to cover it. I think we should. It is very short. It's very short. Let's do it.
I'd like to welcome Chair Powell.
No, I wanted to start right there. It was the best spot.
I invited him to kick off our event today, even though if you look at the agenda, you will see he's the only one to welcome Chair Powell.
She said Chair Powell. She said welcome Chair Powell. Got my haircut. What do you think? Smash the like if you like it. Smash the like if you...
Thank you very much, Stacy, for your kind words and for the chance to be part of this wonderful celebration. Welcome to those who are here and also those listening remotely. It's great to be here honoring the Division of Research and Statistics today to celebrate the division's centennial. It's also humbling to see so many Fed people who served the institution over long and distinguished careers and have returned for this great occasion. Seeing some of you reminds me that the Fed is one of those places where you can work for a decade or so and still feel like a newbie. You know who you are. So for those listening outside the room, I'll just very briefly outline research and statistics jobs, responsibilities. A large part of the division, along with other divisions of the Board of Governors, engage in producing what is called the Teal Book, which contains the staff's forecast for the U.S. economy, as well as a great deal of data and analysis on financial and economic issues. The Teal Book is delivered to the Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC, before our regular meetings. Outside of the FOMC meeting cycle, RNS deploys its experts wherever they're needed across the Board of Governors, providing crucial inputs to work on financial stability, bank merger analysis, and many other topics. RNS is also an ongoing source of specialized information for policymakers. If board members have questions about even the most arcane workings of some aspect of the economy, and trust me, we very often do have questions, they can send an email and in no time be sitting down with some of the best informed experts on that subject. Much of the time, these are RNS economists. For example, during the pandemic, when questions arose about how the computer chip shortage was affecting auto production or how businesses were responding to the backlog at U.S. ports, RNS gave detailed briefings on these novel subjects. Among its other activities, the Board of Governors is one of the world's most productive economic research institutions, and a large share of that work takes place inside RNS, supporting our mission of promoting a healthy economy and a strong and stable financial system.
Say something.
I've talked about research. Let's talk about statistics. In addition to gathering data from many sources outside of the Federal Reserve, RNS is itself the source of some of the most important data on the economy and on the financial system. Our consumer credit data provide financial markets and the public with a vital indicator of the strength of household spending and balance sheets. Each month, the Industrial Production Report gives us insights into how well certain sectors of the economy, especially in the manufacturing realm, are operating. RNS is also responsible for the financial accounts of the United States, a quarterly compendium of assets, liabilities, and transactions for segments of the economy. And every 3 years, RNS produces the well-known Survey of Consumer Finances, a premier source of detail and insights about how households are faring in the economy. The latest survey was published just last month. These and other data series produced by RNS amount to a significant public service. So I want to now focus in a little more detail on the U.S. economic forecast, which I would say is perhaps the most important of RNS's roles. And it's the aspect of RNS's work with which I most frequently engage. I think it's not an exaggeration to say that the U.S. economy baseline forecast produced by RNS, along with the simulations of a half a dozen plausible alternative paths for the economy, constitute the largest part of the essential bedrock that enables our pursuit of our dual mandate goals. Now, some people are just attracted to extremely challenging tasks, and the people of RNS are manifestly those people, having chosen just such a task in forecasting the path of the U.S. economy 8 times a year for FOMC meetings and then regular updates between meetings. They do this work on the biggest stage and with the highest stakes of any forecasters, knowing that the economy so very often surprises us. I've observed several qualities that are required to do this work well and that our RNS colleagues exemplify. And I'll start with intense commitment to the work, which requires pretty much, as I see it, everything you have to give. I think you have to love this work of forecasting to do it well. The job also requires integrity. Policymakers count on RNS to give us their best thinking, not shading the results for any reason. Regular forecasting also demands a systematic approach and a high degree of intellectual rigor. Ask Stacy and her colleagues to explain a certain aspect of the forecast. You'll find they have a clear explanation grounded in a rigorous framework. Of course, that intellectual rigor has to be combined with flexibility and agility. Economic models do a reasonably good job of capturing the working of the economy over past decades. Of course, even with state-of-the-art models and even in relatively calm times, the economy frequently surprises us. But our economy is flexible and dynamic and is subject at times to unpredictable shocks, like a global financial crisis or a pandemic. At those times, forecasters have to think outside of the models. A dominant aspect of the future path of the economy is high uncertainty. This work also takes large doses of both courage and humility.
THC.
And finally, judgment. To complement this rigorous process and these qualities, there has to be good judgment based on knowledge and experience.
And data.
So, to wrap up, perhaps the most important legacy of the past century for the Division of Research and Statistics is the resilience, the creativity, the energy, the rigor, and the commitment with which RNS has risen to the many challenges that it has faced and that this nation has faced in that long span of history. So, on behalf of the board and...
That's it. That was it. I almost went live, but I learned my lesson after the last time he did a introduction note, whatever. When it was at that whatever... God, I can't even remember it. It was such a cluster. Whatever forum award ceremony. We couldn't get the video. And so for this, I was like, it's an opening statement. He's probably not gonna say anything super spicy. And we were right. I'm glad we didn't go live then, because I'm not a morning person. You guys probably aren't morning people. We're good. Mitch Ray is lurking? The Mitch? I don't see him, but he might be. I was lurking on his stream last night. Love Mitch. It's a nothing burger. I figured it would make a better like 5-minute segment in this than like a whole stream and then being like, this is lame. That was just to the Economic Forum. I think the Economic Forum is still going on. And it's just a bunch of old, boring people being old and boring. It's okay. But we wanted to get it in. Just so, because we stay up to date on the chirp out. What's up, Wick? You don't buy our Fox. Man, Wick, are you that old? Are you that patron from a long time ago? Are you that guy? Man, our Fox is in the dumps. It's in the dumps. Probably not going to look at it today. Probably not. Could look worse. We'll get to it. All right. We haven't done any TA. I don't even know if people tune in for TA anymore. Maybe not. Probably not. We have ATOR pulled up. For everyone joining, just so you don't feel as if you have to spam them, we have Link pulled up. We have Kaspa pulled up. ILV pulled up. Matic. We have VET, DOGE, TRB, ATOR, ADA, Ethereum, XRP, and I have RFox just pulled up here. We're going to go through the charts, all of those, and we're going to look for take profit targets, potential pullback, potential long targets to get a position in, resistances, supports, etc. And see overall of the charts. Don't worry, we got you. Just kick back, grab a brew, roll one up if you got them. That's my best advice. Honestly, that's just good trading advice. Just roll one up. You ever freaking out? Just roll one up. That is if you are one who rolls. Giggity. All right. Let's just zoom out here. We're not going to do the 50 minutes of intro TA that we typically do. We're just going to try to do the fast version. Weekly golden cross still coming up. This is your reminder. Weekly, definitely looking strong. No bearish divergence on your highs. However, VWAP is trending down, and that might suggest the pullback. That might suggest the 32K first. What's weird to me is 32K doesn't really line up with any retracements we have. Usually it does. What is interesting and still catching my eye, and I pointed this out multiple times, our swing high before we broke through the 200 week right there, 28.6, overlapping with the 200 weekly. Just an interesting point of contention on the chart. And go down to the day. This is the snap version. This is the version that I should make a short on YouTube every day and do this and publish it, but I won't because I'm lazy. You got to tune into the lives. Daily looking awesome. Higher high on money flow. VWAP was our biggest threat here. We had momentum coming down on the day after a third consecutive higher high in momentum. But VWAP was giving us some troubles. It was still leaning bearish, and VWAP, in my opinion, is the most powerful part of Market Cipher B, in my opinion, the way that it's displayed. But VWAP is now heading to zero. It's not quite at the zero, and even today, a little bit flat, maybe suggesting that we want to see a little higher close on today's daily candle, or potentially tomorrow, to really pull that up. And when that happens, when this rolls over, if price has not retraced significantly, I think that means we break up. I think that means we head into the 48K range. I will be right. I will be right eventually. It is part of being a perma bull. You just got to have patience. Pull the fib to 40K seems more legit. Well, here's the thing, Tim. In order to pull a fib, you actually have to have a high. So we could pull it to 40K. Doesn't, I mean, kind of lines up a little more, and then we get like 29.8. We can do that, but that doesn't really help us unless we actually hit 40K and then reverse. What I like is this. If we pull it to 48K, which is the target I've had since the last year, Q3, all of this year. It was getting a little shady there in the second half, but things are wrapping up. Things are looking good finally. If we pull it all the way to 48K, where is our golden retracement? Our golden Fibonacci magical retracement? It's right there at 32.2. This is possible. We could see something like that. Wouldn't that be spicy? Wouldn't that be just a whole pepper of spice? You don't really have I don't know, what over here? March 24, maybe. Maybe. That's kind of interesting. We do have bearish divergence on our daily high. We don't have it on the weekly, as I said, but on our day we do. And that would that piece of evidence sides with the bearish take. It does side with the retracement take. But the fact that we don't have it on the weekly is way more important in my opinion. It means if we do see a pullback, it's unlikely to be something of significance. It's unlikely to really wreck the trend or anything like that. It's just a pullback on the way up. The Golden Cross, just to rehash, everybody was bearish on it. I've just got to remind you, people were bearish into the start of this year. They were bearish after the high. They were bearish in March when it fell to 19. They were bearish after the high in April. They were bearish again after the high in July. They were bearish all through August, September, and into almost all of October. We got a rally to a new yearly high. We had a golden cross on the day, with the golden cross for the first time ever lining up for the first week of January for Bitcoin coming. People were bearish on the golden cross, saying historically we see sell-offs when we have these, and that's not wrong. We went through that on a different stream, but they're not wrong. They were bearish here, and what have we done? We've continued to set higher highs. So not even virtually, the entire year, People have remained bearish. 121% off the low. People are bearish or sidelined. Where are they going to get back in? This is honestly how I will game theory conceptualize / make my prediction or what I think is going to happen. Game theory, they're stuck out here. So what are they doing? They're logically waiting for lower. Well, they're probably waiting for the same price, but if the same price comes, they won't buy. They'll wait for lower. That mindset is what gets them sidelined and remaining sidelined the whole time. So where would, on the chart, point on the chart, chat, where on the chart will people that sold here waiting for a pullback, at what price point will they feel, okay, I'm wrong, I have to get back in, I FOMO back in, because if I don't, I'm just going to keep taking a bigger loss? Where? What price point do you think? Right here. Right there. Absolutely. I have 48K. I think you could argue 50K. Psychological. Like if you sold at 16,000 and then you see the ticker of Bitcoin above 50,000, you capitulate. You've lost, right? You submit and you just take the loss. And then what happens? Well, when everyone who buys in from back here buys in here, what's the market going to do? It's going to punish them for having late longs. It's going to punish them. What have we seen in the past? Well, we've seen some big retracements that I probably don't expect again. Without some kind of global crazy event, I don't think we see March here. And in fact, I've suggested to you guys that this might be what the chart really was supposed to look like, whatever that means. Meaning if COVID, the 2020 in March didn't happen, this is what it probably would have looked like. And that would have been a higher high, some lower highs, and basically a cup and handle, right? That's what I'd be looking for. Punishing the late longs, but we've seen, the whole point of that was, we've seen many a time on the way up into bull runs, anywhere from 30, 40 to 50% retracements from 50,000. Where do you think next? So let's just assume this is right, even though I'm not guaranteeing it, I'm not saying it's right. But at 48K or 50,000, I think that is when people psychologically will flip the switch of, I was wrong, I need to change my mind. They buy in at 50. The market wants to flush out and punish the late longs. What price do you think that people that sold here, bought here, what price do you think will flush them out? I would say 25K or below absolutely would flush them out. I'm not as confident in that 50% retracement. If we move from here in this ascending channel on the day, from 36 all the way up to 48 with like no real pullback, I think that's what we see. That is what I believe. If we see no pullback here, we run to 48K, I think it rejects, and I think we probably see like a 50% retracement. Maybe it'll be less, but I think that is the game theory best market move or best fit to the market. Because we can lose track. You guys know I've been bullish forever, and I'll always be bullish. We lose track, though, or I do, of the mindset. Put yourself in these shoes, and some of you are in these shoes, so your answers are even more valuable. What price, if you sold at 16, what price are you buying back in at when you're just like, I'm wrong, I have to get in now? And then at what price would you, after that, be like, I was wrong again, I'm terrible at this, screw it, I'm just going to sell for a loss? That is what I think. That is what I think. There are a lot of ifs there, though. The if being, well, statistically, we'd expect this to break to the downside. So we already have a small percent chance statistically, just based on this pattern, of just going straight up, right? Like a really large, exciting move up. 48K. Nice 40% from here. Interesting, actually. About 40% from where price is right now, up to 48K. Back here. Back here. This was a 40% rally. Doesn't look like it. That was a 40% rally. That was not so great, was it? That was not such a great move. Came here for some confirmation, Ryan. Well, I hope not. But if so, I'm happy to provide it. I want you guys to think for yourselves. I don't want you to just listen to what I think and decide that's what you think. If you're very new, I get that. Kind of mimicry, fake it till you make it. I get that. But if you're not new, I want you guys to be thinking for yourselves, doing your own TA, doing your own analysis. I'm just here to share my knowledge with you. I'm not here to tell you the future. If only I could. Let me get back to this quick. 12 hour. 12 hour not looking so bad. It was giving us signs of rolling over here, but it looks like we got a little double bottom on our money flow. And that's coming back up. If we can breach this high of the 26th, I think we see another leg to the upside. It's going to roll into the day. VWAP is coming down as well on the 12 hour, which is not great, but we already have 2 red candles here. I could see this on that rollover. 34.6. You can see that. RSI highs are coming down, so that's bearish divergence, unfortunately. Our lows are coming down as well, so that's bullish divergence. So I don't know, they're both signs. It's just kind of not worth investing thought in. Let me look at the 6 hour here quick. 6 hour still rolling over just like the last stream, not looking super hot. VWAP turning down. Our lows are coming down. I don't like that. I don't like that. If we do see that money flow roll over on the 6, it's likely to roll into the 12, which can roll into the day, and maybe we start seeing the daily VWAP come down too, and that would be not a bullish sign for a leg up. Down on the 4, kind of the same thing, a little bit more bullishness though. This was the problem on the last stream, why I struggled. Ooh, I'm getting alerts. Doge, we might have to cut this. Quick. Doge is giving me an alert, and I don't set Doge alerts lightly. We're gonna flip over there really fast. 5 minute. Let me just do this in my head so I just have an idea of what's happening. Is this like the stream lagging? Because my computer seems to be lagging. 1 minute, pretty bearish. 5 minute actually leaning bearish, but could have a little surprise there based on where our oscillators are. 15 minute actually looking good. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's really quick throw up our fib. Take our local high and low. We already hit our 618. Not bad. I think you're going up to 35.4 here, probably while we're streaming live. I could see this. We're gonna move to Doge in a second. Spicy alerts. Let's see what that looks like on the hourly. Dude, what is up, TradingView? Stream is solid. Just like your big TAC. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. All right. So I don't think it's going to be in 7 minutes, but I would be very surprised to not see the next hour, and that starts in 7 minutes. Test 35.408. All right, I'm going to set my alert here. Dude, do you see this? Like, what's happening? It's very strange. Maybe I should close some other charts. Hold up here. All right, I'm going to flip over to Doge. Did it just sucker punch us? Did we just get like a sucker little rally there? One sec. I have to close some of these charts because this lag is bad. This lag is real bad. Hold up. Almost done. DOT is still moving higher. DOT hit $5. Whoa, Nelly. Kind of like this chart. We'll probably bring this one back. Still closing them. S&P did put in a higher high today, but still at the same spot. Rune chilling. AAVE looking decent. All right. Close a lot of them. Hopefully that helps. I don't know what is happening. Please cover Storj. Crow. We can do some more. We can do some more too. Let's look at Doge here quick. Doge just setting off an alert for me. Right into the hourly close here with 5 minutes on the, second to last 5 minute candle. We did see Doge break the high of yesterday, and that broke the high of the day before. It's kind of a bummer that it got sold off so fast. 5 minutes still looks good on Doge. 15 minute looks good on Doge. 30 minute. Wow, actually, Doge in the low time frames looks very good. I might not really be convinced by this candle here. Let's see. Uh-oh. I have to make a copy. Let's look over to the Doge BTC pair here for some clarity first. There we are. We talked about this 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Looks like it made its move. Doge against BTC or Doge BTC. We were looking for 220 sats. We saw a rally there. We see resistance there as the daily candle closed, opened, dumped. It did retest that high. Closing below it would be actually pretty not great today. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Doge BTC actually close higher in the next. Dude, what is TradingView on today? Maybe it's just TradingView. I wouldn't be surprised to see it close higher for a bullish engulfing candle here. That would set up a nice little order block of support right underneath the previous support turned resistance. That actually is shaping up not too shabby. Not too shabby. Wrecked. Riggedy wrecked. This is a copy, so I'm going to get rid of a lot. Might even have to replace that trade. Yep. You know what? Let's just do this. Boom. Luckily, the price did not move at all. Let's see. 5% down. 5% drawdown is actually more than I was hoping. Now it's gone. All right. Upside target. 8.8, 8.2. What kind of risk to reward do we get here? Almost a 2-to-1. That's not great. It's not what I wanted, man. I'm not really convinced, even though we have that wick up. It might not break it today, even though it's kind of implying that it looked good for today. Might not. Like in my head here, 1 sec. Yeah, I keep getting like 8 cents. You could like 9 maybe. 8, 9. I need more upside for that stop loss to justify it, or else I'm gonna have to. Nah, I don't see it. Have to move it up. There we go. It refilled here. Refilled. I don't like this. It's only 2-to-1, but that might be possible. I think that's a possible trade. Not financial advice, obviously, everybody. Make your own trades. I'm gonna set an alert right above that high. We're gonna come back to it because that could have been exciting, but it got instantly sold off right at the daily open, the previous daily open, basically. Doge is actually looking much better. Much better. We were worried about it. We were very worried about Doge. Lower highs, flat bottom, that was looking very bad. But that move with Bitcoin to 38, higher low, higher high, this is how you get out of that pattern. We've seen it happen on charts like Tron. We'll go back to that. This was looking good, though. What's good, Tom? Can we get near? Probably. We have a bunch of charts pulled up again, guys. We have Link, CAS, ILV, Matic, VET, Doge. We just looked at TRB crushing it. Dude, actually, literally right now, into this hourly close, TRB pushing higher. That $150 target, it was just brain dead, TA. Brain dead, TA. We got lucky, though. We got lucky with the pullback. We have ATOR reaching new all-time highs today as well. ADA in the middle of the channel, but we'll look at it closer. Ethereum right underneath resistance. XRP roughly below resistance. We're going to look at all those. Let me really quickly just finish my thought here on Bitcoin because I got distracted by a Doge alert. You know what? Might be aiming a little too high. Dude, why is this so slow? ARB. You want to see ARB? I still think that's about right. Can I get a good risk to reward on that? Let's do the hourly. 10 seconds on the hourly close here. 2 to 1. Man, what's up with these 2 to 1s? I hate 2 to 1. I'm gonna have to make the stop a little lower. There we go. See if we can get that 5-minute fair value gap. We can get a better risk to reward there. Yeah, nice little 3 to 1. I'll take that. See how that plays out. We'll get into the other charts. Yeah, flaming hot diarrhea today, fam. Worst in Bruges. I wish you and your butthole. I wish them luck. This guy's like Alex Becker. Thank you, Blake. Alex Becker is a handsome YouTube guy that streams. He, however, was not the originator of wearing sunglasses while he streams crypto. That'd be us. We were doing it years before him. So if anything, Alex Becker is like us, and hell, I'll just give it to him. He's got great taste. He's got great taste. We're great. We're a great channel to emulate. I'm gonna turn some tunes back on. I need them to be in the vibe. That's probably loud as hell. Sorry, fam. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up and smash the likes. That's still loud. There we go. I just want some chillin' vibes. Thanks for the analysis, Mary Beth. Beth. Good to see you. Alex stayed in a coin check. That's a beautiful way to put it. We evolved past our F-boy stage. Now we're on to bigger and better things. All right. Too much Taco Bell. Insight into the wavelength indicator. Never heard of it, Paulo Boyle. Guys, new indicators. You'll see non-trading influencers, probably even some trading influencers, coming out with indicators and things. There are always new indicators. Just be aware. Be wary. Lots of indicators are backwards engineered, meaning they look at the previous data and say, okay, we can fit this kind of signal into all the data behind, and we can say, backtested, it's 100% profitable. But it has zero actual, proving of itself. It's just, in the past, this worked. And I can tell you right now, as someone who's watched charts religiously on Bitcoin for the better part of 8 years, what works consistently in the past is maybe the only thing that isn't going to work tomorrow. Just be careful. I don't know specifically about that one. That one might not be quite what I'm talking about, but is what it is. How's that 15K Bitcoin long going, Ben? It's up like 10 grand. I've got 2 of them now. They're up like 10 grand. Thanks for asking. I love talking about it. What's up, Dan Crypto? Rodney, what up, peeps? Bahavid. Can we look at Kaspa? Yes, Kaspa is like next. It's like next. Let me see. This was the chart from a while ago. I tweeted this setup. Finally hit on yesterday's rally. Still, you can see price. It's directly interacting here with 35.4. Directly. All right, let's look at like an altcoin chart. What do you think? What do you think? Litecoin? Love Litecoin. Can I do TA on true? Why no super chat love? I don't know, Vlad. What do you mean? Oh, you sent one. My bad, dude. Spicy action on Storj. I can pull it up. We already have a lot of charts pulled up. That's why I don't really want to keep opening them. But Storj, yeah, you're probably right here. Storj is making moves. We'll definitely look at that one. Let's look at Link quick. What do you think? Link. LTC, please. More than one person is asking for Litecoin. I'm more than happy to overburden myself with too many charts for Litecoin. Any day. My buttons aren't working, guys, so I can't hit the little macros. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing if you haven't yet. If you're new, we had 600 people watching. I have no idea how many now, but we can get 420 likes, I believe. And if more people subscribe, like Ben Dover did, things will be good. All right, let's start with Link though. This is like what I drew out a while ago for Litecoin. Yeah, we longed it. Still looking for 84. We'll get into this chart. I don't want to mess up my flow yet. Old people are showing up to the stream. No, young people who have great taste in streamers are showing up. All right, let's talk about Link. I know Link is on people's minds. So if you're new here, you probably haven't seen this, or maybe someone else figured this out too. Link was in a giant descending, broadening wedge, and we said at some point this is going to break to the upside. You keep testing the top channel up here. You're eventually going to break it. We're going to look for a higher low. We got a higher low. We got another higher low and we broke the top of the channel. Link has been on a ripper since. So looking to the left, using the chart data we have, we want to find logical places of resistance. Why? Because if we are not in a full-on bull run and we're not going to new all-time highs in the next, whenever you think it's happening, if we're going to see some retracements, we want to find good take-profit targets. It doesn't mean we want to jump 100% out of our positions. We never preach all in, all out here. It's not a good idea, really, in any scenario. But at each resistance or take profit target, that's the same thing. At each one of these, it might be a good idea. Every trade is different. Everyone's situation is different, but it might be a good idea to just lock in some profits. My favorite approach to this is the moonbag method. So if I buy a coin at $1 and I buy $100 worth, and that coin goes to $2, my favorite method is to sell half of the position. I do this because I've recouped all my principal. So now the amount I've invested in that moonbag is 0 because I've gotten it back, but I still have half of the position. So if it continues to go up, if Link does just run past all-time highs, whatever, I still have half my position. I'm not kicking myself thinking I'm an idiot. I'm happy in both directions because then if it continues to sell off or retrace, I have that capital back. I can look to reinvest it if I want or find something else, etc. There's a little rant. So we look for these. The ones we identified. Let's actually just kind of double check these. Yep, the ones we identified. 1150. When we first started looking for 1150, this seemed like a very far away target. 1150 is now very much behind us, at least for now. Link with 23% this month, 38% the month before, 39% the month before that, on a ripper. On a ripper. Our next upside resistance is at $15-ish. Because 15 is such a powerful psychological number, I would say the exact close is like 15.11. I probably wouldn't use like 15.13. I probably wouldn't use that as my target. Probably look at 15 or maybe slightly front running 15, like 14.99, 14.99, something like that. Something like that. We do have kind of a zone here, and this is from on the month right here. We have a monthly order block. Let's put this up here. Monthly order block. We can identify order blocks very easily because what they are is just a candle in one direction, a failed close to close above the previous close, and then some kind of continuation here. This is a very clean order block. When we find these, logically there is resistance there or sellers there because price was efficient. It moved up and down and trapped buyers. Bitcoin's moving. Trapped buyers, and that creates people who want to get out at this price point. So we do have, I would say, from 15 upwards of 17 as resistance above us. And after that, Link gets very clear. After that, you have like $30. You could say 38, 50, and then whatever to the moon. Really quick, I'm going to go back to Bitcoin. What's happened? Boom. There you go. Easy. Didn't fill, but we were still right. That's actually kind of spicy. If you were watching over the last, 30 minutes, the low time frames I commented on being getting exciting. I don't think I talked too much about them in the moment because it was all kind of fast. But there they are. There it is playing out. Very nice. What are we going to look for now, though? Ooh, that 30 is still going. Bitcoin's pumping, boys. A little pump. A little pump-a-roon. A little pumpski. What do we see here? Maybe some kind of head and shoulders pattern. Neckline roughly 35,440. So what are we going to look for? We're going to look for this, the classic. Let's just add this to the chart. 35,440. You're right about there. If we see Bitcoin continue to rally here, and this has all been in 5 minutes, pretty wild. We want to see a break of 35,440. And then we want to see a pullback to the neckline. And if that pullback holds, we're looking for a move to the upside. Typically, we can target the shoulder before it as our stop, so it'd be down to like 35.1. Unfortunately, we're going to have to aim pretty high to get any kind of good risk to reward. Maybe back to the yearly high. It's like only a 2. Only 2 to 1. And this would not be a quick trade likely. This would likely take time. Yeah. I'd feel, actually, I kind of like 35.6. Kind of like 35.6. Maybe I can do it this way. And your stop has to be so close, though. Your stop has to be, like, irrationally close. Let's put it that way. But this is if we see this pattern continue, if we see a break of 35,440 and then a back test. We haven't broken it yet. In fact, we are still below the high of earlier today. But that's a solid retracement. If we look at our Fibonacci retracements right here, 786, that's a deep retracement. Typically, when markets retrace into the deep retracement at 786, they're looking to continue. And as I'm talking about it, it's happening. They're looking to make continuation or to keep moving in that direction. And that's looking actually pretty nice. I did not expect a little pump ski today, but I will take it. Some people might be tempted here to say, oh, is that the back test, right? You know, you place that here. No. I don't have a set rule on how far from the neckline it has to go. But it shouldn't be just that. You know, it shouldn't just be right there. Shouldn't just be right there. Set another alert. That's cool. Let's finish stuff. Let's finish stuff. That link, there you go. Like, I don't see any reason that link would stop right here at 14. At 1150, we talked about, you know, might see the retracement here. It broke 1150. I think it's just beelining for $15 now, as high as 1690. I would, if I was in a leveraged position, maybe from like 10, I would absolutely take profit right before 15. I would front run it right there. If I was in a spot position, depending on my entry, maybe I would shave off a little bit. If I had bought down here at 5, maybe I would look to sell 1/3 of it, get my capital back, make that moon bag, and then be happy whether it goes up or down. That really is the ultimate situation or the ultimate mindset to put yourself in. Here's what I wouldn't do. I would not long link with leverage right now. I wouldn't do that with your money. I wouldn't do that with someone I hate's money. Yeah, maybe. I would not do that. Well, it might work, and you might be able to close at 15. You are now going long. Let's see what percent. You're now going long 21% above basically the previous resistance. I could be swayed into a short at 15, but with the way the market's been ripping, I'm not going to look to do that. If I had to pick one or the other, I would take the short. What I might do, and you can see these by these long positions over here that haven't been filled, is I might look to enter along if we see a retracement down to 1150. Now that is really, really cutting it close. 1150, really cutting it close. I still think, and I still am waiting for maybe $9.50 to $10 down here. That was the top basically for 2 years of this channel. Very heavy resistance. We see that 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6 times across weeks and months. To come back and test that as support would be very logical, traditional technical analysis. Now, unfortunately, logical and traditional does not always happen. Does not. Link could, like we said, just rip off to like $30. I don't think that's a good bet. I think that's a very risky bet to go long right now, especially with leverage. Don't be chasing candles, chasing waterfall candles, whatever. Don't do that. Don't chase them up. Don't chase them down. That's my motto. 40K by the weekend, NJ. All right, sure. All right, there it is. He said it. He said it. I will say this. I think Link hits $15 today. I've been wrong before, but I think it hits it today. It's looking extremely likely. Extremely. Yeah. Bitcoin chilling there. Hold up. Might see this. Might see that. Dude, what is up? Like every time I type in a time frame, it takes forever. Maybe there's a lot of stuff on this chart. That could be it. No, there isn't. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. So far, so good, though. So far, so good. Predicted the little rally. Hoping to see an inverse head and shoulders paying out by breaking our high here and coming back to 35,440. Got alert set. We'll find out in real time together, baby. Link looking good. Let's go to Kaspa. So, Kaspa. Kaspa was a coin I added recently to my coin Tom Crown approval list because it's proof of work. There was no pre-mine or ICO. It's fair. Not going to go into that, but recently added it. When we were looking at this in the past, it was a little concerning with our higher highs here. We were very much looking at an ascending, not ascending, what do you call these? Ascending channel? A pattern that breaks to the downside. Let's just go with that. The name of the patterns is irrelevant. It's just the concepts. But we did say even back then, before any of this happened, you can see we placed a live long right here, just being conservative. We said, here's how this plays out. Most of the time, you're going to see this. Most of the time in this pattern, you're going to see some kind of high that gets sold off very quickly and then comes back to the bottom of the channel, bounces out. But we did put this too. There is one other option. These are all just probability. None of them are 100%. The other option is that we break past the ascending trend line and then come back to test it as support after we hit, we can say, a measured move. Because we're in price discovery. We're at the highest point in price ever traded for Kaspa. We have no data. We have nothing above us. There are no sellers above us. There are profit takers, but there's no sellers. So what do we do to find, or what do we do in that situation? You know, if there's nothing to go by, what do we do? Well, I love to use our Fibonacci extension and retracement tool. I like to take the largest swing high to swing low, and then I look for the 1618 and the 2 or the measured move targets. For CAS, that gives us just under 10 cents. It's like 9.5 cents. And if you saw me on Twitter tweeting CAS is marching its way to 9.5 cents, that's all the logic behind it. That's it. What I would like to see is this. I would like to see a test of 9.5 and then a pullback into the 6.5, 7 range. That to me is the most logical. It's what I'm going to look for. What we also could see is a move to the measured move, which is about 15 cents or 2x from here. It's possible. Lower probability, lower confidence on that. But for now, things are very much looking like this, aren't they? And so what that means to people watching at home, if you don't have a position in this, I mean, that's fine. You don't have to. But if you don't and you want one, what am I going to say about right now? You know the answer. You know the painful, not satisfying, not confirmation biasing answer. Link's up 77% CAS is up 77% from its low in October with no pullback yet. Going long here is chasing the top of green candles, and that's just bad. That's bad news. If you want a spot position and you're going to hold it forever or whatever, who cares then, right? But if you're looking to play with leverage, no go for me on the long here. And in a different scenario than Link, but at 9.5 cents, also I would not look to take a short. I may lock in some profits. I may do the moon bag. I bought in some of this. It's like in this area. I forget, 40s cents. I may look to make my moon bag at 9.5. We'll see. But if you want to play this with any kind of real money or leverage or smaller time frame, you're looking for this move. It might not look exactly like this, but you're looking for some kind of extension target and then a pullback. I would caution as well that pullback could be as low as like 5, right where we consolidated here before we broke out. Could be. Or this could be the bottom of the next bear market, right? 5 cents could be like the next bear market bottom for CAS or something. But I think it's looking very good. It's definitely performed better than I expected when I bought like a few 10,000s of these. Is it moving right now? It's moving right now. It is literally in this moment while we are live at an all-time high. Literally. 5 minute looks good on it. 15 looks a little weak. Going into the hours, into the like kind of split time frames into the hours. Not quite as strong as the lower time frames. So for today, let's see where probably we'll be looking. Because we had a high and a low and we broke it, let's just look for the same logic on a smaller time frame. 7.7 cents. 7.87. Something like that. Definitely solid take profit targets on any kind of leverage or any kind of newly opened position. From here, that's about a 3 to 5.5% gain. Not bad. The only support, and this is a caution as well, so when we say, oh, why don't you long green candles? Well, look at the price action leading into this. Straight up, 1 day of consolidation straight up. So what has CAS effectively done? It's effectively not built any support below it. That's why I said you may see 5 cents again, but it might be like in the next bear market. The only remotely efficient price action is right here at 6.4 cents, which is interestingly right about where this arrow comes right back to this trend line. This is it. You have a little order block on the day, and then you rallied more. That's your only support. It's not likely to be a strong support. That actually looks really good. Yeah. Yeah. And if you go long here, it's going to be very easy for market makers to punish late longs. Market makers always looking to punish late longs and late shorts. Don't be their liquidity. Don't do it. Let's look at Matic, then we'll look at ILV. Matic I want to look at because similar to Link right now, I said I think Link hits $15 today. I think Matic hits 85 cents. I don't want to say today necessarily. Only 7% off. It could. It could. Yeah, maybe it could. But I don't feel as confident on this one. Let me look at the day here. Beautiful daily price action. Beautiful daily money flow. I love it. 12 hours, incredibly bullish still. I wish Bitcoin looked like this. All right, I changed my mind. I think Matic could go to 85 cents today. I think it could. I have confidence greater than usual that will happen. However, don't be surprised if you see something like this. Don't be surprised if it's not straight up. Crow, fam, spam. Yeah, we could pull up Crow. We could pull up Crow. Weekly looks amazing. Daily looks amazing. Monthly looks pretty good. For those of you FOMOing into Matic, careful. Again, we don't chase long. We don't chase green or red candles here. For those of you fighting the FOMO, I got you, fam. I got you. There's never a guarantee that these things will hit, but on the monthly, we're just talking about order blocks. Beautiful monthly order block. I think that was just like on Link, right? Beautiful monthly order block. If Matic continues to rally, even if it goes to 85 cents, even if it goes higher to like $1, there is a pretty good, I would say a pretty solid probability that Matic returns to 68.8 cents as low as 66.2. This is our major resistance on the way up. To see something like that happen would be very normal. So instead of trying to long at 80 cents, hoping for 85, maybe you're able to make a better trade. Something like this. Something like this. Those look good though. Those low time frames are starting to shape up also. Jeez. Matic. All right. We were looking at this for a while and I was like, I'm just not excited. Not excited while it's underneath 66 to 68.8. And look at the beautiful price action that happened. So we looked at this on pretty much every stream in the recent. You moved to 66. You came back down to the previous resistance, tested it as support, went up to 68.8, fell back down, and then you just started ripping. So pay attention when we say, I'm not excited until it hits this value. Because once it does, you very often see these rippers. These ripping. 85 cents looks all but locked and loaded, baby. All but locked and loaded. Malgi Games says we need 420 likes. I agree. GRT, KDA. Let's check what's moving. We already have a lot of charts pulled up that we're going to go through. Let's see what's moving. Has anything taken the lead of Kaspa in price discovery? I want to tweet about it. I don't know what to tweet though, because I already tweeted it's going to 9.5 cents. I think that's really it. Kaspa, Theta's moving. Does anyone care about Theta anymore? That's wild to me. ILV, we already have it pulled up. Doge, we looked at it already. Link, we already looked at it. Gala, we'll see. Gala, 2.2 cents is like major resistance for Gala. So I don't know how exciting that is. Let's look at ILV. This is a very old chart. You can see smooth sailing was up here because you had very inefficient price action on the way down. It never made it back to smooth sailing. We got wrecked on some of these, didn't we? Let's take these off like hours. There we go. We got a little wrecked. That's good. That's good. So actually here, just looking at this chart, I haven't looked at this in what appears to be years. ILV though, made it past, let's see, this is monthly order block. I never know, because just like you guys, yeah, it was actually. Just like you guys, I'm always learning. I'm always growing as a trader. There is no stagnant, successful trader. Sometimes I'm not sure what I wrote on charts before. So from the monthly, 75.88, that'd be your target close for ILV this month. You want to see it above 88, or you want to see it above 76? I don't know what's wrong with my numbers right now. That'll be a great close if it makes it. It did come off a slightly lower low. God, that looked like trash. This looked like absolute trash. We saw so many of these charts dump, but it didn't. It's past its 618 retracement. It's at monthly resistance. We could say, all right, $90 for ILV would be the next upside target. Great place to look to shave off a little bit of an overexposed position, perhaps. It would also not be a bad place to look for a short, maybe at 100. Up here. $100. I personally am not going to take this, but what I like about this trade is you have a psychological number, $100. It also happens to be very close to your previous high in February of 23. And what can you do? Well, you could just smudge that a little bit for a stop loss, just slightly above that high, looking to open at that psychological number. Apparently your short target is negative $100. Thanks, TradingView. That's helpful. Making me do all this crap while I'm live, man. Can you get a good risk to reward? That's the question. The answer is kind of. Kind of. You get a 3-to-1 if you target 62. We do see that 56 was resistance, didn't get back tested. Could be the target. That'd be a 50% down. That'd be actually really good. This is still 3.3-to-1. Shorted 100 down to 50. I don't feel confident in that one, but still a better trade in my opinion than going long right now. And if you can't fight it, maybe at least 75, 90. This is a little bit of pullback. Maybe you could get 75 flat. Might be a better entry. LV is of course getting shy as we look at it. It looks pretty good though on low time frames. $90 looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. This week it's Wednesday. Your two measured move is very, very close to that 90. I like that. It's Tuesday. Or it's Wednesday. We have Thursday, Friday. 2 days. I can see $90 by the end of the week. If the rest of the market continues kind of in this state into the end of the week, yeah, you can see $90. Maybe 70 is the long. Might as well then take it from 66. I don't know. I guess 70. 70 with a stop below that swing low. That looks pretty easy actually. We'll see. Wouldn't be surprised to see this. Right, that'd be like the 0.5. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. That's pretty good. Let's look at Bitcoin again really quick. That's funny. Hold a higher low here, and this looks great. Right? Hold a higher low of any kind. Looks good. Inverse head and shoulder not playing out, but we might have, we still might. Still looking pretty inverse head and shouldery. We're just missing the break of the neckline. Let's see that here. I'm gonna have like 8,000 positions open. Here we go. I like that. Okay. What should we look at next? We have a bunch of charts pulled up. Tau. I know people were asking about TAO. Tau. I don't even know if I have a chart. I feel like we've never looked at it. That's interesting. I've heard people ask about Tau. Take a look at file on AXS. Let's see, did I miss subscribers? Has no one subscribed in the last hour? That would be sad. That would be sad. Okay, I see how people are looking at Tau. We can look at Tau then. I don't think this is all the history though. The hell's all this coin metrics crap? Crypto cap. All right, if you have a dominance, tell me you don't have. Don't care about all that. It's cool that you can chart that stuff, but I just don't care. Crypto cap, crypto cap. No, I want. Why can I not just find the history? Come on now. Oh, those aren't even Tau. Okay. So there isn't even that much history for this. Did it just start trading? For some reason, I had a memory of this being older. September of 23. Is this new? We'll look at it. We're not going to look at it first. It's not priority. You resubscribed. Doesn't work that way. Wish it did. Jim Niles. Proving that maybe no one subscribed in the last hour. That's rough, guys. I have not been badgering you about subscribing and liking. And that's my fault. We got 620 viewers. Hell yeah. Welcome, fam. Welcome. We still have a lot of charts to look at. We did look at Bitcoin. We did some predictions. We looked at Link. We looked at Cas. We looked at Matic. We looked at ILV. We still have VeChain, DOGE, TRB. Probably be looking at TRB real soon. ATOR, ADA, Ethereum, XRP. You have RFox pulled up. Storj J, Litecoin, and we got Tau now. We're going through. We're looking for upside resistances, profit-taking targets, pullback targets, potential better entries than at the top of these green candles today. All I ask of you is to smash that like button. Subscribe. I think we're going to get to 420 right now, actually. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 405. 406, because I didn't like it yet. There we go. Only 14 more likes, guys. Let's get 420. It's kind of a big deal. If you've already liked, go ahead. Click the link at the top, pinned to the chat. Join our Discord. Don't want to miss on that. Don't want to miss on that. We only have 15,000 subscribers left to 100K, by the way. You don't want to get in after 100K. You don't want to be late, so pump it up. Pump it up. Okay. Heck yeah, we did it, fam. Everyone, you can go forth today with confidence of your 420 license being intact. Well done. Well done. You love to see it. You love to see it. The vote has 1,000. The poll has 1,000 votes. I wish we had 1,000 likes, but whatever. About the same distribution of 48K to 32K as we had. Kind of a nothing burger. Happy 420 mint, everyone. BLZ, please. Pickle. Pickle's here. Pickle, where you been, dude? We missed you. Can I get B&B Vish Hearts? Probably. Hey. Pot is illegal in some places, and if it's illegal where you live, don't do it. Or if you're not of 18 or of age, don't do it. But if you are, you're an adult, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. So look at Vet. Probably have to make a new chart because this thing's got to be forever old. All right. Old Tom TA isn't too bad here. He's coming in all right. All right, past Tom, you're doing okay. 3.4 cents is the target. You're just looking at the monthly vet here reminds me of Link. This reminds me of Link. This is a broadening, falling wedge. And just like Link, we're going to look for the same pattern. Of course, this is over much more time, a lot more tests. But the exact same pattern here, not as mature on vet. This is on the month. Basically, our top or our high at 3.4 cents. That'd be a great spot to look to take profit. If you think that vet's going to do similar to Link after it breaks that, well, maybe you're actually looking for 5 cents, because then this would be the play we were looking for on Link, something like that. But that's pretty spicy. I've never heard anyone talk about that or even seen that myself. It's just a take from the month, though. It's a zoomed out take. Let's see if we're getting ahead of ourselves. Hold up. Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. You have broken a high. That's a good start. Weekly money flow is so close to rolling over. So close. Looking pretty good. Daily looking strong in an uptrend. I like that. Zoom into the day. $2.69 cents. 2.69 cents would be my like kind of scalping in and out. Probably if I was using leverage, that would be my target. Probably look to play at something like this. That is a huge risk to reward. You can have a little more leeway with the downside, but I'll just keep it that way. It's your 1618. You've already broken your high at 2.1 cents. Looking for 2.69, very likely. If not, 3.4, honestly. If not. But to be conservative, I would not, again, look for a long on this green candle, hoping it goes to 2.69 cents. Not a great bet. Not a great bet. I would look for something like that. Remember, guys, you see stuff going up and you think you're missing out, and I understand that feeling. It's very powerful and compelling. It's very powerful. Very actionable, right? Every single time you make a trade with that mindset, though, and we all have done this. I still, maybe it's been years, but I still might do this at some point, where you just have that feeling, this is real, I am late, I have to get in now. You almost always are buying at least a local top, if not a bigger top. This may move to 2.69 cents, but the odds of it coming back down to 2 cents are pretty good. No chart just goes up and or up or down. They always go up and down. And what you just have to live with, basically, is, okay, I'm going to be a good actor. I'm not going to long into the top of this candle. If you're wrong, you have to live with that. You got to live with it. You can't beat yourself up. You didn't lose anything. The problem when we get into a bull market is the mindsets we get into. And it sounds silly if you've never been in it, but you'll get into these mindsets where you're losing no matter what. So everything is going up and your thing is going up and you're making money. But in your mind, you're still losing because you're closing longs. You're taking profit and you're seeing things continue to go. That's not losing. Just the same as not getting a fill. So if that doesn't happen, doesn't come back to 2 cents, that happening is not a loss. That's nothing. Nothing has happened. It's going to happen. It is better to wait for this kind of entry, miss, I don't know, 6 out of 10 of them, than it is to enter one time in FOMO at the top of like a green or red candle and just pray it keeps going. I promise you. This can play out. Going long here, you might as well buy lottery tickets. Like, we say this about a lot of things. It's not vet right now. It's not just vet. It's everything. Might as well buy lottery tickets. It is so much better to miss the boat than it is to board the Titanic. Ask anybody who ever rode on it. Anybody. Is Solana doing anything? Litecoin to the moon. Yeah, baby. We're going to look at Litecoin. Solana hasn't moved. Hasn't moved. All right, VeChain. Let's move on. We already looked at Doge, but just to recap quick. Basically, look for that long. There it is. It did have a pretty gnarly wick, but it did hit a higher high today. I'm not convinced by that wick. Our low time frames were looking very solid. That's why I placed this potential theoretical, educational only long. I think it's going to play out. I feel pretty good about that one. I'll look at Storj just because it's looking interesting. Wasn't going to do this one next. Guys, I have like still a bunch of charts pulled up. I promise you, I'm not ignoring you, whatever coin you want to look at. Problem is, we can't do infinite coins. I just run out of energy. And then I don't know. We can't do infinite. We only have a finite amount of time. Unlike, I guess like Bitcoin. We only have a finite amount. Okay. 618 retracement for Storj is at $1.28. I'm getting another alert. Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. Okay, that's not that exciting. Not that exciting yet. Actually, give me a sec. Every time I like start to get focused on something else, Bitcoin moves again. Does look a lot more like it's looking to paint that original projection, doesn't it? Retracement got stopped rather short, did not come all the way back here. We're very zoomed in also. Just so you know. Did not make it all the way back here. Still could, but we'll take this. Looking for a move. Say something like that. Alright. We'll readjust. I set that alert way too close. It is nice that it broke though. Tell you what. Is it the music maybe that's lagging me? Because I'm feeling the lag. I don't know. Not bad. Not bad. We have 17 minutes left on this hourly candle. It is at the highest point in its range for the last like 10 candles. Close would be good up here. But with 17 minutes, there's a lot that can happen. I would just, with no context, say that likely it's going to close below 35.4. 35.4 like 20. No context. I would like to see it move up and close at like 35.6. What's up, CY? Bitches. I love you. I love you, bitches. More charts. More charts. All right. All right, I'll do Wi-Fi. $20, yeah. I think what we should do, honestly, does Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi 2. Wi-Fi. I think I might put some kind of minimum on requests because I don't like people like super chatting like $1 or $2 or something, and then I don't really care about the money. But it's like I don't like that. Maybe they have a bad feeling that like they wasted money or something. I'll have it clearly written out. Wi-Fi. Actually, I didn't finish Storj. I'll do Wi-Fi and then Storj. Although Storj looks spicy right now. I'm going to do Storj, then we'll do Wi-Fi. Give me a sec. Can't see the BTC chart. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to do this quick. Yeah, I don't like when you can't see the Bitcoin chart either. There it is. No. No. It'll do. Let me just put it up here. Cool. Is that good enough? Is that big enough? Is it visible? I can't really tell what's visible on your screens. It'll just have to do, because that's what we're doing. Turn the music off and now I'm bummed. But I'm not bummed because Sigma Afeed subscribed. Welcome to the fam, my friend. Haggy also subscribed, and Jim Niles. Nice. Keep subscribing. Keep it up. Well done. Love it. Only less than 15,000 subscribers left to get in before 100K. Don't miss out. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on it. All right. Let's get this on the day. I don't need you. This is old stuff, but hey, it worked out. It worked out. It's kind of that same pattern. Maybe I'm just seeing it everywhere now, right? Am I seeing it everywhere now, or is this actually everywhere? Doesn't really matter what pattern it is. On the month, though, we do have some kind of resistance right here where we are, roughly. Right up against resistance. It's about just under 70 cents. Taking that from right here. You know what? Yeah, taking that from right here. That's July, June, July's close, open, close, whatever. Right back here. Where's this 91 from? This chart is extremely old. A lot of these things were probably placed before any of this happened, actually. Let's do it like that. That looks much better. Mucho better. Okay. I definitely wouldn't be looking necessarily for a short here, but I think a short could be played from 70 to 60 cents. Not my liking, but I think it could be done. Would not go long here, as you've pumped 50% today. If anybody in this room freaking just goes long right here today, I'm going to slap you. I'm just going to slap you. Of course, you do what you want with your money. You take your own risks and rewards. But geez, that would be wild. 50% on the day. 50% right up into monthly resistance. This is what I'd like to see. I'd like to see this. And then a move. But we don't really get what we like to see often. What's up, Crypto Z, my guy? Thanks for subscribing. Join the Discord, spin to the top of the chat. You'll get free Bitcoin after every live stream. I'll airdrop it to you. Need my indicator. I need my market cipher B, man. I love this indicator. I've just gotten so used to it. On the day, honestly, I mean, that's a very bullish clear uptrend, but I'd almost expect that to be crazier with this 50% daily candle that it's looking at. Beautiful. This is why we use these. Our swing low, our swing high to swing low right here. 1618 is right at this 70 cent mark. Our measured move right up here at this 84 cent mark. So here's my take. Going long here is crazy. It's up 50%, slap yourself. But if you're in a position, 85 cents, 84.4, great profit taking target. 70 cents, still a great profit taking target. Potentially 60 cents could be a long entry, but I don't like that. I think that's a little too, bit too impatient. I think there's potential for a better trade down here at 50 cents. Using your swing low as the stop, and then just basically what? Reverse engineering it, looking for take profit that makes sense. Maybe $1.33. Ooh, Bitcoin's moving, baby. Maybe 85 cents, something like that. Bitcoin's moving again. Holy shizzle. Holy shizzle. Let's bring this back up. All right, well, that's exactly where we're looking. If it continues up, maybe this pattern is irrelevant to this move. But if it reverses right here, trades on, baby. Trades on. I'll take this one. If this happens while we're live here, I'll take this one. Let me power up FEMX, our sponsor. Link in the video description below. No KYC. Honestly, I think I can say that it is the best exchange I've ever used. I think I can say that. I've been using it for like 4 years now or something. 3 years. No issues. Ooh. Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? Ooh. All right. Maybe we're too zoomed in. This is our punishment for being too zoomed in. Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. Set another alert. Jeeps. Getting alerts on my phone. Getting alerts all over the place. Debate Crypto is texting me. That's. I guess he doesn't check to see if I'm live before he texts me, does he? I have to log in. Log in to my exchange. Little red candle. Where's the stupid code? There we go. And then logging and schlogging. Trading on FEMX. My computer is ungodly slow today. Look at how easy it is to just customize the UI. You just drag and drop. Drag and drop. 200% on Ape. 600, you can't see that. 600 something percent on the 16.5K long. We're cruising. We're cruising. So where would I be looking here? Let me zoom this in. I'm going to take 35. Should I front run at 35.5? Stop 35.3. Limit 35.5. Is it going to add to this one though? I don't know. We'll figure it out. 35.3. And what was it? 36K, I think was the, yep, 2.5 to 1-ish. How did it select that size? I don't know. Let's just see what happens. There we go. Placed it live. May not fill. May fill. We'll find out. We will find out together. Because apparently I'm streaming for a long time again today. Just like I always do, apparently. Even when I'm like, I'm not streaming for a long time. Then I still do. Because I love you guys. It's because I love you. Eth going to 2K plus soon? Perhaps. Storj, that's kind of my final thoughts. I'm getting too distracted here. Getting distracted. I am going to place an alert. For my own meddlings. And then we're going to look at Wi-Fi for Mr. CY. Good to see you, brother. This did not play out. Did not play out. No surprise. This does not look great yet. I've been not so excited about this chart the last few times I've looked at it. Still not looking great. With the rest of the market doing what it's doing, I think that you are logically looking for like 6,500 to 6,700, and that's likely a lower target. Probably looking for like 9,100. It's about 30% gain. It is a little alarming to me that this hasn't moved and the rest of the market is moving. Your major resistance is 10,500. You actually may see that tapped even if this continues to rip. Got to see a break through this level first though. 6,500 will be the lowest number on there. Bitcoin might be swerving my long. We'll see. Might be. Let's zoom her in. Man, this is not looking that great. So, I mean, on the day here, this looks phenomenal. Money flow is looking to roll over. It's at the zero line if it doesn't even... I'd bet one Dogecoin that tomorrow Wi-Fi is in green money flow for the day. That's, I mean, if we don't get a crazy sell-off today, it looks like it's looking to close strong. 6,500, 6,700. Yep. I like that. I like that. 1618, 2 measure move right there. This is looking pretty solid. That's all I'm going to do on this one for now. Bitcoin is moving still. Oh my God. Litecoin, you could keep moving. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'm going to save this. XRP. Nothing. Although on low time frames, that actually doesn't look like nothing. So many overlapping freaking trade positions there. I like this. I like what this is doing. I like that the lows are coming up. Wait, what? I like that the lows are coming up and that your top is flat. To me, this looks like a potential long using probably, you can use either of these lows. This one's probably smarter. But using one of your lows to the left as your stop, looking for a break to that full 75 cents. Can't get a great risk to reward there unless your stop is really tight. That's what she said. Have to be like really tight. But that looks pretty good. We'll see what happens to XRP at resistance there. Ethereum. Ethereum is, I see why people are saying Ethereum in chat. Ethereum's on the brink. It's on the brink, baby. You're at 1900. The only resistance of meaning above you, in my opinion, for XRP or for ETH is like 2100. I need more tunes. I don't care if it's lagging. I'd rather it lag and have tunes. We still got 600 watching. I love it. We're like hours into this now. I love it. I love that we're still here. One sec. Let's just try this mix. That'll do. And this is a little bit exciting on the day. I mean, you haven't broken your highs yet, but you are in a bullish engulf above 1900 flat on the day. You have a higher low. RSI, nice and hot. I like it. Money flow trending up. I like it. Actually, even this. So you had to move up, pull back to 1770, pull back to the top where the previous resistance there, pull back again. This thing stair-stepped. It's stair-stepped up. That's a healthy way to climb. That's efficient price action. Breaking 1900. Looking for 21. That's it. That's it. That's all she wrote. You break 21, you're back in like 3Ks. But you do have resistance there. You do. It's really from like 1900 all the way to 21. You can see on the monthly these wicks showing sellers stepping in as the price. This wick actually from the ETH Foundation stepping in as a seller. Fun fact. I don't know if I like a long here though. So if you see our chart, we already had a long from 1770 to 1900, and the close of that long is at 1900. I'd be more comfortable with a short than a long. I wouldn't take this one though. Yeah, I can't even get a good risk to reward. Like, you could see this, but I don't like it. I like how this is stair-stepped up each time, painting a resistance, coming back to back test it. That's a beautiful climb. I think this is more probable. More probable. Ethereum looks good. It looks very good. I think Ethereum breaks 1900 today. I think it do. LTC just seems frozen in time. It's not bad. It's not a bad setup though. You can see your highs. Your lows coming up, your highs are getting flat. I mean, from a scalping position, might be able to get in a few bucks lower. 69 nice as your stop. 85 been our target for a while. I could see that. I do think this is the better play though. I think that's the better play. 69 is the entry. 65 is the stop. 85 is the take profit. This looks good though. Litecoin, I've been following this too long. It takes a little bit, you know. We've had so much pain in our past in our relationship, Litecoin, that it's hard for me to trust you, you know. It's hard for me to trust that you're actually going to go up this time. Maybe that means you're about to go up. Maybe it do. The bottom it painted here, incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. No back test of 69 yet, but I'm looking for 85. And I mean, if Bitcoin breaks 36, I think we see higher than 85. Let's go, Litecoin. Let's go. Let's do it. TRB, are you still going? You're still going. This thing just won't quit, man. It says I want 150 or death. Let's look at this on lower time frames. Hourly still holding out. This 12-hour actually looks pretty good too. Yep, I just woke up Professor Beans. 1 second. Twelve hours looking pretty good. I like this rigidness. I like this uptrending 12-hour. But man, like 150, 146 solid take profit target, 166 solid take profit target. On the monthly, you closed your highest monthly ever, and now you're kind of just cruising. On a monthly time frame, you'd be looking for 166. There's nothing else here. If you're late to the party trying to FOMO, definitely rethink that. $84 could be a good entry. If you see this break its all-time high, I would rather wait for 160 than long at 140 right below it. That's the way I'd do it though. 84 looks so prime. Right down here. You already built support here. You have a weekly order block there. Would look pretty right to see that happen again at 84. We'll see though. These coins, man, they're like back at their all-time highs. How crazy is this? How crazy is this? Not TRV specifically, but crypto. Like 2 months ago, if someone were to tell you that coins would be back at their all-time high, what would you say to them? You would say they're crazy. Breaking. Bloomberg analyst suggests the SEC could greenlight Bitcoin. I appreciate you sharing, Steve-O. I appreciate you sharing. Breaking. Famous YouTube star, king of Litecoin, champion of the decentralized, Tom Crown, says that ETF could be approved right now, or if not right now, later. Breaking. Breaking. Speaking of breaking, the corn. Doing a little breaking here. I wonder if I can get... Actually, this will be cool. This will be cool. I have these little trades up here. It's hard for me to see. There you go. There you go. Breaking. Bitcoin just hit this high, and then as soon as I looked at it, got shy. Son of a bitch. Broke past our 2 measured move. We could still be looking for that same move back to 35,450. We could. But you did kind of break this measured move with some energy. You back tested it very cleanly on the 1 minute and already set a higher high. We might not have been bullish enough. It's a scary thought. Tom Crown not bullish enough? Maybe we should have looked at the 618 instead. $15 looks really good. What's up, Meta? Subscribe to my guy or gal. Welcome. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, get to it. We are the best live trading, crypto analysis, chirpow covering streaming community in the world, and you can be part of it for free right this second. Damn it, Bitcoin, you keep getting me like half excited, half chub. I feel like as the stream goes on, my computer's getting slower and slower. Is that me? Are you guys witnessing this? I'm witnessing it. No, we didn't do ATOR. We can do ATOR. What is happening, dude? When I click, when I click these, they're turning into this wild giant resolution. What is happening? I've never seen this shit happen before. This is new. This is new. Let's talk about TRB. Still looking for the same targets. Still looking for the same. We did not do Tau. We did not do Tau or ADA yet. Let's do ADA because it'll be quick. ADA is finally looking good. It is just below July's high, which is annoying to me. It's like triggering 37 cents. I think there's an entry at 31, but 41 is the target. Has been the target. 31 was the big target. We said, or I said, I'm not interested until it's above 31. Look what happened when it moved above 31. What you don't want to see is you don't want to see it come back down under this descending trend. You don't want to see this. Then this is still in play. But for now, ADAs seem to choose a different path. It looks, in the most basic of terms, 41 to 31, and then likely moving to like 72. Of course, you're going to have like 50 cents of psychological resistance in there as well. If the market keeps trending the way it's trending, 72 is going to come quicker than you think. I'm no longer bearish on ADA. ATOR, that's the one. We'll look at ATOR because it's also at an all-time high. It and Kaspa being buddies, apparently. Which is interesting because we were looking for something similar here too. We had a parallel ascending channel. And so we were looking for the logical touch to the bottom of the channel and an eventual breakdown. Just like on Kaspa, but it wasn't a channel. It was a triangulo. We're looking for the same thing. Wait. Crap. Looking for the same thing. If I can do it. There we go. And the same condition, basically. We need to break the top channel, and then we need to come back and test that as support. That's exactly what happened here on ATOR. We had these take profit targets set out back here or something like that. We broke it, back tested it. It's moved on to a higher high. I'm looking for $2. I'm looking for $2. If things get crazy, maybe up to $5. But I'm looking for $2 for now. That would be an amazing upside target, considering when we looked at it and did this moon math, it was under $1. I don't own any ATOR, by the way. I don't know what it is. Just a chart, man. This looks cleared. I think ATOR is going to $2 this week. I don't want to say today, although a lot of these are looking like today. Bitcoin still moving up. This is like a subtle spiciness today. It's like a chili pepper spice, like a sriracha spice. It's like subtle and flavorful, but it's not flashy. It's not super attention grabbing. Bro Sol, do Sol, please. I don't really have much to say about Sol. Poncho Villa, what trades am I in? You should be able to see 2 of them up there at the top left of the stream. I have many more than that though. Like, that is not all my trades. I also didn't realize how big I am on the camera today. Maybe I wanted to subconsciously show off my new haircut. Got 2 trades up here. I'm in many more. There you go. Oh, Bitcoin's moving up again. Ooh. 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 I don't know. Every time I try to do an altcoin, Bitcoin starts moving again. And like, I want to go look at it again. This is getting less and less likely for an entry, but that's okay. Like we said earlier in the stream, this one didn't hit. This one hasn't hit. This one hasn't hit. It's better to miss so many trades. Here we go. Bitcoin getting a little legs. Better to miss trades, to not get entries, than it is to just try to jump in at the top of a candle. We're past the 618 retracement. Whew, boys. Boys, are we going to 36,000 today? Are we going to 36,000 today? That hourly pushing strength out of nowhere. Higher momentum, higher VWAP. Money flow just rolled over. That 4 hour is gorgeous. 51 minutes to close the 4 hour. Close it above 35.5, please. I'm going to close this poll. It had 1,200 votes. Hell yeah. Roughly the same. 58% of us looking for 48K. That's the boat I'm in. 42% looking for the more probable 32K. Time will tell who's correct. Here's our new poll. Will Bitcoin hit 36K today? There we go. Both teams get an LFG, just for good measure. 4 hour here bouncing off the RSI moving average, hitting a higher high. I like it. I like it. Bitcoin still pushing, boys. We're only $300 from 36K. That is not even 1%. We're not even 1% away from the yearly high. Are you ready? Are you bullish enough? The answer is you are not bullish enough. Even I wasn't bullish enough today. This stream is lit. What's up, little ant? My man, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. It wasn't feeling lit to me. I didn't feel like getting the lit vibe, but like I'm getting more lit. It's getting litty. The litty committee. is in session because it's getting spicy. 1 minute is now trending up all the way back. I don't even know how many hours ago now. We were back here and I said, ooh, these low time frames are looking really good all of a sudden. Look at them playing out. Look at the 1 minute. It's trending up. Bully trend up. 5 could look a little better. It actually is struggling a bit. It's like struggling a little bit right here. That lower VWAP hit. What, back to 35.6 right here? We looked at ChainLink. I said I think ChainLink hits $15 today. And it has only gotten more correct as we've streamed. Exactly as predicted. I hate that shit, but here we are. I think we hit 15 today, baby. Link timestamped. Nice. Nice. Matic. Matic. Holy shit, man. When it hits, it all hits, doesn't it? Matic to 85 cents. I don't remember if I think I said today. I said by the end of this week, but I think I might have said today. That's looking very likely. Just going over a quick vet. TRB, I mean, 150, very likely. Very likely in the short term. $2 on ATOR, I think I said today for. Ethereum, I think we see a trade above 1900. That XRP long filled. Doge long filled hasn't gone anywhere. Storj J settling back below monthly resistance here. Litecoin not moving. I love you, Litecoin. Do better. We have Tau pulled up. I haven't looked at Tau. We'll look at Sol. What do we want to see first? Tau or Sol? Is this all the history, though? You know what? Let's actually, instead of just wondering, let's get a CoinGecko, my favorite. Let's get a CoinGecko. Let's see. Why wonder when we can know? There's many of these. Okay, this one is going down. This one? I'm getting so many fucking alerts, guys. Holy. Are those just Bitcoin alerts? One sec. Gotta check these out. Doge, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Okay, just Bitcoins. Max history back to March of 23. Is that what we got here? Yeah, March 23. Okay, cool. So we do have the full history. Nice. Nice. Tau, I mean, if this is the full history. I can see why people are a little excited. Tau is currently at an all-time high. It is in price discovery. So we get to do some moon math, baby. Moon math. Gotta love that. I don't typically count that as a back test when you push through and then the next day go. You usually see it eventually come back. But you gotta love it. Really inefficient price action all the way up to the all-time high. You move above it, you touch it, and you move higher. Like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's look at upside targets using our Fibonacci extension tool. 148. So in general, when I use these, when I see something like 148, I usually will round it to 150. Usually. 195, we'll keep that. Using just this, 195. If we want the moon math, if we look at the all-time high previously to the all-time low, that gives us $280. Our measured move would give us 500 or just under 500, 488. These would all be gleeful take profit targets. Gleeful. There's really little else you can do here. You had your all-time high, you had your low, lower high, higher low, and now you broke your all-time high. So basically, what you're looking for at this point is take profit targets to the upside. 150, 195, 285, as high as 488, depending on how bullish you are. But where do you enter? That's the hard part. Take profit targets are the easy part. The hard part's where you enter. 119 is what calls to me. 119. So whether we see 150 back to 119 or 195 back to 119, who knows, even like 280 back to 119. This is going to be a better entry than right here. Right here is going to be the highest risk entry. Maybe less high risk than some coins that are doing this, but haven't broken their all-time high. But that's a risky entry. If you're looking spot-wise and you're going to hold this forever, you know, you can handle the up and downs, then whatever, go for it. I think you get a shot at 119 though. Maybe we should call it 120 just to be safe. That's spicy, dude. I'm setting an alert for 150. I don't own any of it. Sometimes you just got to watch things run. Really good reminder here. So people, especially newer traders, maybe if this is going to be your first bull run, are seeing something like this. Then they look at their portfolio and they see a bunch of other stuff, and that stuff hasn't run yet. The most common mistake I see people make is selling assets that haven't rallied yet. They're like, oh, it's not moving, but this thing's moving, so maybe I made all the wrong choices. Well, this is going to retrace at some point. There are coins that maybe haven't done this yet, that you're thinking about selling to jump into this. What are you doing? In effect, you're selling the bottom to buy a top. And this doesn't mean it's the top forever or can't go higher. But you're buying something that is effectively at a undervalued range for something that is now arguably at an overvalued range. And that is an awful common and really painful way to go through a bull market. Patience is priceless. Priceless. Be careful. We'll look at Solana. How about hello? How about hello? You could say hello. Naka. Storj J. We did look at Storj J. Near. I didn't pull up near, but we can pull it up. Solana doesn't really have anything going on right now. Near looks a little ugly too. We had a short there, it got ripped. Back to 150. Not loving near yet. I want to see it close above 150. Solana hasn't gone anywhere. It doesn't look bad. It didn't fully hit our $48 target. It's like 48 something. 48 and change. Hasn't fully hit it yet. I'd be looking for a long potentially at 32. Going long here is pretty crazy. At $43, if you're looking for 48, that's not a huge upside. There might be a risk to reward there, though. If you're aiming for higher, $75 would be my next take profit target. When we look at Sol zoomed out, we really see 3 clearly defined like accumulation or distribution zones. And that's $75 up to, we can call this 125. That's $30 up to 48, which is the high we haven't tested yet. Oh, Bitcoin's still moving. Still getting alerts. High we haven't tested yet. But these are the logical areas to look for retracements and resistance, and so they're the logical areas to look to take profit. Sol looks good. It very well may trade to $50. It may even run to 75. Nobody knows. Looks good on the day here. Money flow in a clear uptrend. VWAP rolling over. That's good. Weekly looking to eventually roll over here. Solid when you have such a bullish signal on the day. But what can you say? Like, if you weren't interested in Sol from $8 to 23, now you're interested at 45. Why are you interested? Ask yourself, is that your emotion or is that your logic? You know the answer. You know it. Where does that Bitcoin chart go? Over here. That's not it. This is the other thing that I moved away. Blasting off. I'll take it. Those are some gnarly wicks. They're very zoomed in, so these wicks are not even 1%. But that's a pretty crazy bottom wick into a pretty crazy top wick. If we have high volume there, it might be a sign of exhaustion on this rally. Let's see. Kinda. Volume is increasing here. It started increasing from literally right here earlier in the stream. It's been increasing since. These are pretty big volume, but they're really just following the trend. If these had been exceptionally large, like the largest volume candles in this range, I would expect that to be like an exhaustion candle. You know what? Should we just put a Degen trade up? Because why not? Just take market here, put it down below 355. And we can get, what? 2.3. We've been like chasing this up as it keeps not filling, though. I don't like that. That's how market makers will generate liquidity. Skip back tests, move in one direction, and then sweep them all at once. We'll see. Let's see how that poll's going. What do you guys think? 220 votes. 83% of us think 36K today. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. You like the back music? This is just something off YouTube. Some mix. I don't know. It's kind of 80s vibe, retro, chilling. ATOR looks like it's about to hit a new all-time high again today. TRB struggling a little bit as it approaches resistance, likely some earlier profit takers coming in. Storj pulling back a little bit. I think Tau hits 150 today. What else is moving? ARB. Did I have ARB up? Or is that one of those that isn't doing anything that I looked at? I think I have it up on the other tab, actually. It's not exciting, bro. It's not exciting. No. It looks like near protocol, actually. This looks like near to me. You had like some kind of flat breakout pattern. You hit a higher high that got sold off and you broke the low, and now you're like right below where that was. Pretty similar, not as clean, but breakout pattern, high gets sold off, now you're right back to like where that started. Could get spicy quick, but at the moment it's just right below a very local resistance, so it's not super spicy to me. Long filled in a loss so far. So we get for degeneracy. I'm not worried. I didn't take that one. I did place the long at 35.4, 35.5 down here. I did take that one. Hasn't filled, obviously, but it's there. Sometimes you got to get degenerate, man. That's all there is. That's all we got. Ethereum, chilling. ADA, not looking bad. Not looking bad. Your little run up, your pop, sell off back below to where you started, but instead of doing this like near an R bar right now, you retook it, painting something like this. I think Cardano's heading for 41. There's been a lot of intermittent spice. Intermittent spice. What about Cadena? I don't know. What about it? What sushi? Retro, baby. Welcome to the chillinest. Retro 80s jams. ChainLink is still the biggest gainer in the hour. And I think on the day, then we got like Stacks sneaking up. Synthetic Network. Trust Wallet. It's down for the day though. Pepe. Still looking for the same 1-4. Thor. Chillin'. Theta. You know, we haven't looked at Theta in forever. Just because I don't care about it. But let's take a peek. Man, Theta has a lot of room on the weekly to move up against Bitcoin and still not have made any progress. This is looking pretty likely. It's probably like a 10-20% gain against Bitcoin here on the Bitcoin pair. I like it. All right, so Theta, I'm glad I looked at it. Theta doing something I was basically still waiting for ADA to do. Theta had a very similar, a little different, but pretty similar flat bottom, and its highs were coming down, right? So we started looking at it like this, looking for a move to the downside. Unlike Cardano, unlike Cardano, at 50 cents. Yeah, that's getting there. Hasn't quite broken its high, but it can get very spicy very soon. Very soon. Theta itself looks stronger. Oh man, here's like the at least low time frame pullbacks are coming now. ATOR did not break there. Interesting. TRB just shy. 1 minute looks like it's about to just scoop back up too. Maybe come down to like here. Something like that. How many charts have we done? Is anybody keeping track? Speaking of charts and pullbacks, the long that I placed now like an hour ago, the patient long, kind of looks like it might get filled now, doesn't it? Kind of looks like it. Crow. Moved up to 8.5. Probably looking for some retracey. In your facey. Oh man. Been live 2.5 hours. Holy shit. Holy shit. Guys, make sure you join the Discord. Can't stress that enough. Make sure you like and subscribe. I have to like copy and paste these things now. And sign up with our sponsor FEMX, links in the chat in the video description below. They're my favorite crypto exchange. Been using them for years. Great partner. No KYC. Make these not as visible because they're really obnoxiously visible. Go. It'll get really spicy. One thing I don't want to do though is be like 3 hours into streaming and it get really spicy. I do think we hit 36K today. I mean, we hit 35.8, which is less than 1% from it. I think it's still coming. But unfortunately, fam, look at that 1 minute pop. Unfortunately, fam, we've been live for a long ass time and I'm going to lose my voice and I'm going to be too tired if the spice comes. So jump in Discord, make sure you're subscribed. We're going to be live on Friday no matter what, but we might be live again later today. So make sure in the Discord to get the alert. Keep an eye out for spice and we're going to wrap it here. I love you guys. I'll see you in the Discord. Watch that 1 minute.